Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Lou, and this is Metal Lens Reviews. Welcome to my channel. So, if this is your first time here, you're checking it out, like what you see, thank you. Please do me that favor of like, comment, subscribe. As I mentioned before, it really helps me grow the channel, spread it to the masses, and of course motivates me to provide you guys more content to watch. So it's a win-win. Alright, this is cool. And a request, mind you. Super duper close friend of mine, Dana. She actually suggested this group. Up until this point, I have no idea who they were or what kind of music they played. Neutral Milk Hotel. Now, with a name like that, you gotta make some kind of impression, because you already sold me on the name. I'm all about it. The weirder, the better. Their music. So, I just sampled a little bit. I didn't want it to kind of like influence my decision, so I just would like listen to maybe little clippets, because at some point I knew I was going to do this, and here I am. So, in their own words, indie, psychedelic, not folk, but just kind of really out there, trippy kind of music, lo-fi, stuff like that. I'm not sure if they're still together. I know at one point they just kind of fell off the face of the earth for a second. They just decided to stop making music. And then they came back. I believe there was like a box set of their collections of songs and albums they did. Actually, I think a couple of years ago. So, are they still active in music? I didn't dig that deep. I imagine is they're, working musicians, so I'm sure they are. If they're still together, that's left to be figured out at another time. I can't tell you. But this is going to be insane. And very interesting. So, here we are. Alright, let me stop yapping. I'm going to cue this up and we're going to check it out together. Alright, once again, this is Neutral Milk Hotel, My Dream Girl Don't Exist. Yes, let's do this.
Okay, this next song is it's a companion to another song, but it probably won't ever come out either. But I write these long songs and then they get cut up into other songs, and then some songs make it, some don't. But let's see. My dream girl don't exist, and at the age of 5 she slit her wrist. She didn't know that I'd be hanging around, so her parents buried her in the ground. To this day I can still hear the sound of her life in outer space. My dream girl don't exist.
Okay, so it feels like it was recorded in a room, or maybe a very kind of self-made studio. Like, it's raw. It actually reminds me of kind of like that midway point of Nirvana. Because I know when Kurt really didn't care, he was there to play. So quality-wise, that was up to the studio. But I know the guitar he used wasn't expensive, or you invest too much money in it. I mean, he played decent guitars, Kurt, but you could just tell by the way it sounded in some of the unplugged and acoustic songs. Anyway, yeah, this has that same kind of drone. The lyrics are out there. That's crazy. Oh man, what a way to make a statement, huh? Yeah. No, but I like it. It's different. It's definitely nothing I heard of. It's definitely, and this is just a small percentage of what they do, so there's other songs out there. I picked this one, just showed up a lot in rotation, and my friend was sending it to me a lot, so, I want to kind of honor that and just, listen to it fully through, and just kind of, let it sink in. But yeah, this definitely has a very indie, psychedelic vibe, 100%. I can imagine myself getting high and listening to this and just kind of spacing out. Yeah, let's keep going.
Just you and I and this TV. And this illness seems to feel so strange, like a henchman that's about to hang. The moon up like a ball and chain, and set its hands ablaze. And the weight is waiting apart, build a world so real and strong.
I wonder if other bands covered this, because I'm listening to the chord progression there. It doesn't seem that insanely intricate. It doesn't take away from the song, not at all. But no, I'm just saying it would be a fun, but then again, like really, who would you be playing this to? This, like I said, if it wasn't for my friend Dana, I would have never even known this, bit of music or this group existed. It's it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy because it's reminding me of like other groups, not just Nirvana, but like other acoustic acts that sound similar but not quite. But I do appreciate the rawness of it. And like I said, I don't know. Like I said, this could be like a live recording for all I know. I didn't dive too much into it, but yeah, I mean, it's different. I love that. I love that. There's something about not having a bunch of filters and pedals and all this other shit that makes your instrument sound great attached to, and just kind of playing whatever, just like on the cue, just kind of like, yeah, here I am. Unfiltered, that's, yeah, you gotta appreciate that. You don't get that in music today too much. It's really, really polished, for obvious reasons, but, every now and then, somebody surprises me. It's usually someone from the past, so, yeah, it's cool. All right, let's keep going.
My dream girl don't exist, just a photograph in a history book. And I believe she had a voice and name. 3 children on the coast of Maine. Her life was in a hurricane of love and real embrace. My dream girl don't exist. At the age of 5, she slit her wrist. She didn't know that I'd be hanging around. So one day she took a stroll to town and walked in front of a Greyhound bound for New York Central Station. Real and strong. She goes, and now she knows she'll never be afraid.
Okay, so I guess I just answered my question. Yes, this was live and recorded, because it just sounded too echoey to be like any kind of studio recording. Well, that was an experience, man. Okay, this is cool. Very dark lyrics. I like that. Oh, there was another artist that was very weird. What was her name? Didn't sound like this, but it was just very moody and dark. And that's not what this is. This is kind of, like I said, it has a very indie, psychedelic, hippie kind of feel to it. But the song meaning and I'm sure there's a broader, meaning underlining message there in the song. But it's definitely dark, or at least it comes off like that anyway. Songs usually have like double meanings sometimes. But anyway, yeah, I mean, look, the guy's got a good voice. He knows how to play guitar, and like I said, it makes me want to keep going and check out other work. So yeah, see what you did, Dana. Not a fan quite yet, but I appreciate it. I love the rawness, and I love the just kind of I don't give a fuck kind of attitude, and it's cool. And like I said, very, very trippy, and totally worth it. There you have it, guys. The Neutral Milk Hotel. I don't know why I can't say that all the way without laughing. My Dream Girl Don't Exist. This is going to appease a very small niche audience, but you guys are out there. Obviously, like I said, they just, from what I read, released a box set of their collections a few years ago. So they're still active here and there. Maybe not together, but, working musicians, like I said. So, I mean, you put music like this out, you're going to make an impression on a few people, and it's like like a cult status. It kind of grows like that. But it's weird. I like it, and yeah, let me know what you guys think. There you have it. Hey, if you made this fun a video, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to throw me a song recommendation, you want to kind of jump ahead of the line, so that, because people's comments get lost, and I have a hard time going back sometimes and singling out requests. So I'll leave a link down below entitled Buy Me Coffee. Could do it through that. Totally up to you. Alright guys, that's all I gotta say. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you all very, very soon. Peace.